Think of two loud screaming voices in your head that never shut up. That is a square in astrology. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Mina. I like to talk about astrology with you. I'm a professional astrologer, and sharing my knowledge with all of my subscribers is something I'm very passionate about. If that's something you like, smash subscribe so you can be connected with me when I release my weekly videos. And please drop me some likes on my videos. It really does help spread my channel and spread the good work I'm doing, and I appreciate it in advance. All right, you guys, we're going to be talking about another aspect in astrology, which is a mathematical relationship between planetary bodies in our birth chart. We're going to talk about the square, which is when two planets or a planet in an angle is in 45 degrees of one another. And I do like to use a 5-degree orb, meaning a 5-degree distance from that mathematical aspect. And that's what I consider a square. If it's wider than that and you still feel a square, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm sure it still counts. To me, it's just weaker. So just think about the energies getting weaker and weaker as the square is wider and wider. So if you have a wide square, I invite you to stay still. So what is a square? I like to think of it as a point of tension, but it's not necessarily bad. A lot of astrologers like to say squares are negative. They are not. They just show that you're a highly energetic person, and a lot of that is internal, which can be very, very distressing at times. Think about, like I said in the beginning, two screams in your head that you could just never shut up. And I know I don't really mention this in my other aspect videos, but in the square one, I really feel like I need to mention this. The first thing you should do if you have a square and that you really feel the energy in your head loudly is to look at the houses involved in that square, because these are the places where the screams are coming from, and the only way to deal with the square is to dump energy in those areas of your life. And the houses will tell you the areas of life where you do need to be very active in order to meet the demands of that square. So if you have a square between your first house and your fourth house, so your first house, how you appear to other people and how you make decisions, what's projecting really publicly, maybe your physical appearance as far as how you treat it, and your fourth house, your family life and how you are in the privacy of your home. Those are two areas where you will need to put a lot of attention, and the exact planets will tell you more about the detail of what you have to do, and the signs will give you even more details to go upon. So yeah, if you have Venus in the first house and you have Mars in the fourth house, Venus in the first house is going to say, hey, you're going to be very happy if you practice adorning yourself physically and if you practice being socially graceful. That is a huge area of importance. And if that's square your fourth house Mars, let's just say, that's saying that, hey, you also need to give equal attention to what you do at home. You probably have a lot of energy at home, but you're not doing anything with it. So it's best to get very active at home. Maybe you need to work out, or maybe you need a really rigorous home routine. So that's just some possibilities here. So it's just areas in your life that really demand attention because there's so much energy there, and it's energy that really just needs more energy. So yeah, we need to dump energy in those areas, because the more we ignore those square screams in our head, the more internally distressed we can get, and we can feel restless, we can feel aggravated, and that's when the negative tendencies of a square can be manifested to others, because we're so tense inside because we're not being energetic in the areas where we need to be very desperately. So we end up just projecting all of that tension, that inner tension, at other people, and that's why squares get a bad name sometimes. Especially like your Mercury square your Mars, you could just be very explosive with what you say, because it's just like there's no chill. You just feel very, very tense inside, and then stuff flies out of your mouth. So that's why you need to satisfy where that Mars is, where that Mercury is. Give them something to do. Put tons of energy into those areas of your life. So yeah, if you are highly square, which I am, it just means that you have to be an active person. Life is not allowing you to be idle and peaceful and Venus-y. So if you want to rise to the challenge, that is how you do it with squares. So you guys, please let me know your experience with squares. How do you perceive them, and how are you acting upon them? Tell me the things that you do to satisfy your squares. I would love to hear in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.